Are you really getting the truth from your employees? And are you getting their best every day? Recently, someone texted me and asked, how's it going? And even with the work I do and what I know about all of this, I lied. Not completely, but I said, oh, everything's okay. And I shared that I had just come off a really powerful retreat, which was true. And when really underneath it, what was going on, and this is someone I'm very close to that asked the question, I was experiencing some challenges in personal relationships. My workload with the client work and some training I'm taking has been a little overwhelming. And I was really angry with someone at a client site who had criticized work many of us had done for many years. And they didn't really have the context to know what went right and what didn't and why. And what I'll talk about in another video of what was going on was the 1-year anniversary of a pretty major trauma that happened. And I'll talk about that later. But are your employees putting on a happy face, saying they're really okay when inside they're feeling hurt, angry, or maybe even very broken? Your employees, maybe they've been talked over in meetings for so long that they've stopped contributing, that they don't feel safe bringing up their ideas in a meeting because no one listens. Or maybe they've had their ideas put down, dismissed, or even laughed at in meetings, and they've shut down and stopped contributing. Or maybe there's a dominant leader or a dominant employee in the group in the meetings, and they can't get a word in edgewise. When your teams don't feel safe to be vulnerable, to share, to really share what they're feeling and share their ideas, you're missing out on some major contributions from a lot of employees. And, you may think that, when things like that are going on, that people should just get over it, that they should be able to put it aside, and that they are really giving their best every day, when really they're holding back. And you're missing out on a lot of excellent discourse, a lot of conversation, or even constructive conflict that could birth the best idea your company's ever had. Now, some of your employees may be lying to themselves. They may really think they're okay. They may not really be in touch with what's going on or be able to share and access those feelings easily. And sometimes that takes a little encouragement and some conversation. Later that same week, when someone texted me and I didn't share, I actually had the opportunity to chat with one of my colleagues who experienced the same trauma I did about a year ago. And I felt safe. I felt trusted. I really trusted this individual. And I was able to share more of what was going on inside. And it was because we had built up this compassion, this caring, this willingness on both sides to be vulnerable, to share what we felt in in different situations. So I've got 3 suggestions for you to work on creating more safe space and to really encourage your employees to share what's going on, to share how they're feeling, so that you can really have engaged humans in your workplace and get the best of them. They want to give their best, they truly do, but if they don't feel safe, they won't. And so what I encourage you to do is take some time in one-on-ones or even in team meetings and use different tools to get to know each other better, really get to know what they're like, what they don't like, what their pet peeves are, what their vision for the team is. Open up and be vulnerable. Share how you're feeling. Share what's going on with you. There's a lot going on right now, even after a year after all of this has been going on with COVID and the shutdown and all of these things. There's a lot going on. Share personally how you're feeling, how you're managing things, how you're, getting frustrated or scared or sad or whatever it might be. And then take the time to really ask and listen and create space. Sometimes you may have to ask 3, 4, 5 times and share what's going on with you several times before someone might open up. I encourage you, really create that safe space. You'll be so glad you did. You'll have happier employees who are more engaged, who will stick with your organization longer. You'll retain the best employees, and you'll get the best from all your employees.